I've been a racist. Tim Haley.
I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, the son of parents who came from small towns on dirt roads in Mississippi. My father grew up 75 miles where civil rights leader Medgar Evers was shot on his front porch. My mother grew up 40 miles from where 3 freedom workers were found buried in an earthen dam in 1964. My grandfather, who I knew well, told me stories when I was young about his grandfather who was killed in the Civil War. Could I have been a racist? I grew up 10 miles from where Martin Luther King was assassinated. I remember it well. I was 10 years old. My parents were very scared that the city of Memphis was going to explode like Chicago had. I was worried too. When busing started in the mid-1970s, my father was assigned to be the principal of the largest high school in the city of Memphis. His was a school where all the race riots were going to happen. This was ground zero. And the news cameras were everywhere. Every morning, 30 busloads of black high school children were bused into a poor white neighborhood. This was only 6 years after Martin Luther King was killed. My dad was in charge of that school, and nothing happened. The school ended up being peacefully half black and half white, which was unheard of at that time. I also attended that school. You know, discrimination is not limited to race. Discrimination is often extended to the poor and the elderly. When I was 9 or 10, one Sunday we left church, and there was an old couple in the parking lot who had a flat tire. They were trying to change it. They were parked right by the door of the church. And every single person had filed out of that church, and not one person had stopped to help. When my dad saw that, he stopped. And after my dad put their spare tire on, they tried to paint it. He wouldn't take it. And when we got in the car, he said something I will never forget. He said, you know, you can talk about your faith, or you can live it. I never once heard my father or my mother tell a racist joke or degrade another person that was a different color than they were. My father was eventually promoted to the assistant director of the entire school system in Memphis. Unfortunately, he died of a heart attack at 59. At his funeral, he had 3 black pallbearers and 3 white pallbearers. I would have to say at least 1/3 to 1/2 of the 1,000 people that attended his funeral were black. They even let the city schools out early so the teachers could attend. Today, my brother takes his family to a predominantly black church in downtown Memphis. Every Saturday, he organizes work teams of young African-American boys, some as young as 7. They get paid to go out and cut yards and rake leaves. A large percentage of them don't have fathers at home. My brother founded this organization by himself. He is their father figure. And he's done this for more than 20 years. I personally have done a lot of work in Namibia, Africa. I've been there more than once, and I'm involved in building a school there today. I know the feeling of being the only person of my color in the crowd. Did my parents have to be a product of the area they grew up in? Do you? Do you have to live your life with prejudice toward people who are not the same color as you? Do not speak the same language as you? Do not grow up in the same country that you grew up in? My parents chose to do the right thing, no matter what they were exposed to as children. Like the great Martin Luther King said, judge someone not on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. Even though my parents never said those words to me, they lived it. Could I have been a racist? How could I have been? With the examples that I had. And that's what made all the difference.